Your life. Hi, everybody. Okay, let's wait for people to join in. Good evening. Welcome to grand finale. Okay, we mount. Happy Sunday. Yes, I can see you, Eyat Hoskai. Yes, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Good evening, everybody. You all are welcome to BSY Beyond Service Year 2025. And today is day 3, the grand finale. If you've attended section 1, that's day 1, day 2, and you are here again, you know that BSY have been value back to back. Honestly, we've brought so much. We said that we're going to bring so much value, and I believe we've absolutely delivered. So if you can hear me, you can see me, tell me where you're watching from, your location. Let's know where you're watching from. Go and call your neighbors, go and wake them up. People that are sleeping, you cannot miss today's section. Oh. So much value, exactly. You cannot miss today's session. Go and wake people up. Tell them, please, 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 something is going on. Grand finale, yes. Tell me where you're watching from. And if you're just coming in and you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and like before we start. Before value start dropping, hit the subscribe button. If you're yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Watching from Cross River. Hi, Elizabeth. I see you. Hi, Lizzie from Port Harcourt. I see you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So we are waiting for our guest. But while we are waiting for our guest, I have some news that I want to break to you people. 1 minute, please. I have to send a message. Hi. 1 minute, guys. Please keep commenting. I want to know where you're watching from. Go and bring your friends. Every ex-corper you know, anybody you know that the Alawi has finished, bring them to BSY. Bring them to BSY. Okay. So our guest is almost backstage, so I'll be bringing our guests upstage very, very soon. So BSY have been really amazing, but this is the grand finale, and I really want to establish something about BSY. I want everybody to know the main host of BSY, right? Maybe from the day 1, day 2, I've not really established it completely, which I really want to do today. Beyond Service here is not Rejoice idea. It's God's idea, God's vision for this generation, right? When I started serving, I came to serve, and God whispered and said, oh, build a digital community. I wasn't interested. I was like, let me come and serve and come and be going, right? Because I didn't exactly like where I was posted to. But when you start having conversations with core members, you find out that the knowledge gap is a lot. Like some persons don't know certain things, and I'm like, yeah, but you cannot blame them because some persons don't have access to certain privileges, right? And God was like, it's time. So it became a burden, and just like that, we started building it out. At first, we did not know it was going to be across Nigeria. God didn't give out the full picture. We started small. Next up, call for volunteers. I want you to know that we have 20 plus volunteers that worked on this project with me. Amazing people that poured their heart, their soul. I think one of them is here. Elizabeth is one of them. Shout out to you, Elizabeth. Shout out to you, Winnie, rather. I think I saw Adiola. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Eva Phil. Yes, she's not really a volunteer, but she's doing a lot of backstage support. Yes, so shout out to all the volunteers that worked on this BSY project with me. I want you to know that you're part of something beautiful. In the next 3 years, in the next 6 months, people are going to testify about BSY, and you'll be so glad you were part of it. So yes, thank you guys. I appreciate you all so much. So yes, the point is made. This is God's vision for this generation, and beyond just webinar, the way we shaped BSY, we did not shape it. Just come and hear talks, events. Many of you have attended so many events before. Some persons have gotten so many courses. But did it really give you results? Were you able to use those courses, those information you gathered to really make something out of it? God did not want BSY to be another webinar on your calendar. So when we're reaching out to speakers and everything, God said, oh, we are going to have like a post-webinar plan. Right? What do I mean by a post-webinar plan? We actually started reaching out to some brand partners. How about people learn, right? They come for this 3 days webinar. After coming, information is not the problem. Majority of the things they've taught you in this first day, second day are not completely new. Some of them, not everything, overdue strategy is new, but like some of them are not completely new. So you've heard about mindset before, have mindset, be hungry. You've heard all those things before. But what's the difference? What difference would it make with BSY now? And that's where God brought the idea of brand partners. Some persons they have the skill, right? How about we partner with some tech brands that can offer internships, right? Because one of the things that people have on LinkedIn, oh, I don't have experience. Oh, I don't have this. How do I put it? How do I put my CV? How do I package it? All of these things. So how about, or for people that have skill, how about after this webinar, we plug them into internships? You're a full stack developer, you're a front end developer. You just need to work with a tech company now and get real world experience. So how about that? Wouldn't that be amazing? For free, yeah? And I don't know if you're in the community, you already know we've announced this over and over again. I'm happy to announce that we have a brand partner that will be offering internships. So after today's session, don't run away, stay in the community. Lots of information will be passed across on how we are going to shape that and the process, and how we are going to really filter people and skills and then plug them into these opportunities. For people that don't have skills at all, yes, God also made provision for that. For people that don't have skills at all, God said, okay, what about we plug them into certain programs like boot camps where they get to learn, pick a skill and learn from scratch, from real people, from brands that have results. Trust me, every of these our brand partners are properly vetted. If you know me, you know I don't do anyhow. You know I don't move anyhow. So we actually partnered with one of the top rising tech brands in Nigeria to offer boot camps, right? They're going to be offering boot camps in AI, virtual assistant, project management. So any part you really want to go into, you go into boot camps. If you don't have skill, go to the boot camp. If you already have skill, you're looking to get reward experience, internship. So can you see how intentional God is? Please, somebody celebrate God in the comments. Celebrate God. I want to celebrate God, please. I want to see people's comments. Celebrate God. Type BSY host. How should you celebrate God now? I just type Jesus. Anything at all. Anything at all. Just celebrate God. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing you people. Thank you. Celebrate God, please. Like, I should have Christians here. Yes. Evolu, I see you, my darling. Hi. Okay, this is awesome. Glory, yes, glory. Celebrate God. Honestly, God is the center of this in all. I'm just a vessel. Leave it or take it. I didn't want to, but this is it. And I'm just so grateful. I mean, a whole generation is about to be equipped. But like I would always say, we can only do our best. Everything that BSY can become for you lies in your hands. So every single resources, every advice I would give, if you don't know which one to plug into, you can, okay, I don't know if I say you can reach out to me because I don't want to get crazy messages. But yeah, you can actually reach out in the community. We could guide you, okay? Run with these things, implement. I tell people, do something for 6 months before you say it doesn't work. Do something for 6 months before you say it doesn't work. Overdo strategy. Some of you have caught it. Some of you would make mistakes for the first day, second day, third day. You will learn. Keep doing it until you hit it, until you get it. Don't stop, right? This is your future we are talking about. I want to get private jet on my birthday next year. Okay, so I think our speaker is here. Oh, our speaker is here. Oh. Okay, our speaker is here, but I have an announcement to make. Second announcement. One of our speakers, Okechi Oguma, is here. I'll bring him off stage very soon. I know many of you are excited. I'm really looking forward to his section. He's here at the moment to start the section, but we're supposed to have 2 speakers. You all know, right? As we usually do. But our second speaker, Ine Joseph, unfortunately, he got caught up with this event and he just reached out and said, "Oh, Rejoice, we're sorry, I cannot be available or be present for BSY." So I know this is heartbreaking for a lot of persons, but don't worry. Okechi is here. If you know Okechi Oguma, you will sit tight. Like if your neighbor is stressing you, change your seat. So I'm gonna be bringing up Okechi now on stage. But before I do that, I want to do a brief introduction of who he is. He's a personal branding. Personal branding strategist on LinkedIn. See, he has the results. I want you to know every single person that I've come to speak to you was handpicked by God. The same God that is intentional about you people, the same God that wants to make sure that you all find clarity, direction, hope again, believe again, smile again, that same God. So you know that when he was speaking his speakers, he was really intentional. So Okechi, in 5 months, I actually watched this transformation happen. He grew on LinkedIn, hit 10K. He has gotten well over 30 plus clients on LinkedIn, international, US, UK. Guys, is that one is not busy? 30 plus clients. Let me stop talking. Let me bring him up stage. So you would see this powerhouse. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, type ready. Type ready in the comment section. Type ready. Type ready. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Okechi. Good evening. You're welcome
Good
to
evening.
BSY 2025.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for
We're
having
so
me.
honored to have you. Thank you for
Yeah.
saying yes. Thank you for choosing to impact people, Nigerian
Yeah.
youth, young
Yeah.
people. Thank you so, so much. So please introduce yourself to our amazing audience, and the stage is yours.
I thought you've introduced me already, but it's well.
No.
Um Thank you for having
Yeah.
me, Rejoice. I really love this initiative. Remember when we spoke and I was like, I love what you're doing because it's a real problem in the NYSC. And I believe it's something that we all should try and solve together. So whenever people tell me to introduce myself, I don't know how to. So I will just say a few things. My name is Okechi Oguma. For those that don't know me, I am a personal brand strategist and content strategist. I work specifically with individuals. I work with founders, creators, consultants, and anybody that wants to grow their personal brand. So I don't work with businesses. I have my own problem. I have my own issues, and but I really believe that my calling is to work with people and to help people, especially people like you that is watching right now. And I've helped more than 100 people grow successful personal brands and freelancing businesses of their
Yeah.
own. And I'm grateful to God that I've been doing this for 5 years. I started doing all these things when I was in the university. I'm new on LinkedIn. For those that know me from LinkedIn, I'm new on LinkedIn, but I did not start today. So I've been a freelancer on Fiverr. I've been a freelancer on Freelancer. I have had different career paths, and I thank God that everything led me to being able to help people, help young people, especially Nigerian people, because the country doesn't favor us. Even something funny is I believe I think I heard it from a priest or a pastor or something. I said the Nigerian government and the current economy of Nigeria doesn't favor the youth of this generation, and that is the truth. But one thing
Yeah.
I believe is nothing is out of the blue. Everything happens for a reason, and I think God is trying to shape a different caliber of people, our generation, to be a strong set of people because there's a saying that how do they say, soft times create tough men
Tough,
create easy
tough times
times. Is
don't
it?
last, but tough people
Yeah.
do.
No, no, not that. That's also, but tough
Okay.
times create tough men. Tough men create easy times. Easy men create easy times create easy men, and it's a cycle. So this is a
Yeah.
tough time for everybody in Nigeria. I believe everybody knows that this is a tough time, even for us that are working online because it's
Yeah.
tough. But now I would like to just say thank you again, Rejoice, for having me, and yeah,
We're
and for
honored.
everybody
Thank you.
watching, you're in the
Mm-hmm.
right place. So before I start, I would like to tell you my story. That's a very short story. I never reach where I want to reach, but let me just tell you my story. Right. I started freelancing 5 years ago. When I think 5 years ago, that's 2020, the pandemic, and that year was a year that was a very defining moment for a lot of people, right? And it's really struck me when I was in the house and I saw people losing their jobs. I kept watching the news. Everybody was getting the virus, whatever it was, in quotes. I don't want to say it because of YouTube for your case, but everybody was getting the virus. Everybody was scared. People were losing their jobs. People that didn't know how to use computer or use the PC or use the internet started learning how to use it. Platforms like StreamYard, platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, all these things came out in order for people to work offline. And I learned that my degree, or what I was trying to pursue in quotes, was not really what was going to shape me, going to help me. I realized that your job is not secure. Even with the rise of AI now, your job is not secure, right? So I realized that I needed to add to this expertise somehow. I needed to add to my life. I needed to improve. I needed something else. Okay, sorry. I needed something else to to build myself. So I started freelancing, and I started doing um photo editing. From photo editing, I entered photography. Then I think where I had my the most success was in video editing on Fiverr. I was the top rated seller on Fiverr until Fiverr banned my account, right? And Fiverr banned my account without telling me any reason why. I started crying to God. I was like, what's going on? This is what I've been able to build for the past 3 years, and it's just gone like that with no explanation. What do I do? And I would say God led me to build my personal brand because I have helped so many people build their own personal brands on YouTube, on TikTok, and I had these skills, but it was now time for me to build my own self. And I will tell you that that's one of the best decisions I've ever made in a very long time. One of the best decisions I have made in a while. So, and I'll try and, not just challenge you, but to push you to try and build your personal brand. I don't have it doesn't have to be on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is actually one of the best places to build your personal brand. But I would push you and challenge you to just try, because we all know that once this your NYC is done, when it really dawns on you, realize that at the end of the day, you are in control of how the next few years will go. I have not gone for my NYC. There's a reason why I have not gone for it. Hopefully this year I'll go for it. But I needed to solidify something and build something for myself so that I do not depend on the Nigerian government that is unreliable at the end of the day to shape my future, to shape the future I want for myself. So let's be honest. Let me just be honest with you. I say this while looking directly at you. NYSC will end. I want to. Can everybody still see me? Can you see me? I don't know if I'm
Yes, I can see you.
okay. Okay. Sorry
Yeah,
for that. I just wanted to be
I just made the solo
all right.
layout.
Okay. Okay. So I want to be honest with everybody listening that NYC will end. Obviously, it ends, right? 3 weeks of the camp is fun, it's very nice and interesting. Also, the 77K, I think, yeah, 77K, it will also end. It will stop. And a lot of people that are currently serving, I am very, very sure that a lot of the companies you work for or you worked for during your NYC you know, period, the salary was lower than the allowance from NYC. So, but when everything ends, it's either they retain you and still pay you that nonsense salary. But one thing is for sure that 77,000 will end, and you will no longer be looked as a copper. You will be addressed as somebody who is ready to enter the job market. Ready, in quote. But what would not end is your name. Your name will not end. Your name is the name you carry till you touch the ground. And now, not everybody wants to be the next Alex Hormozy. Not everybody wants to be the next, Tony Olumelu. Some people just want to get by. But one thing that will never end still is your name. And in this digital age, your name is your brand, right? Whether you're intentional about it or not. So whether you decide to build a personal brand, whether you decide to not build a personal branding goes beyond just online. Everybody has a personal brand, even though they don't know about it. That thing you think about your teacher that was in secondary school, that idea, that perception you have of the person is their personal brand. And now, what I'll be telling you will not be the technical stuff. I won't come and be speaking gibberish. I will try my best to tell you the importance and the benefits of having a personal brand, especially on LinkedIn. Anybody that is listening right now that is not on LinkedIn should go and open an account. Everybody that is listening to me that doesn't have an account on LinkedIn now should rush, maybe not now, obviously, after, and create a LinkedIn account. First, at least. You have Instagram, you have TikTok, enough with consuming content. Time runs by. And it will still dawn on everybody. But go and create a LinkedIn account and start posting. Start showing up. My mom says something. She says in the neighborhood that closed mouths don't get fed. And it's very, very true. And it also goes into your online personal brand. So maybe I'll just try and explain, or should I say define, what a personal brand is, so that you can get an idea of where I'm going to drive to now. So a personal brand is the unique combination of skills, experience, values, and qualities that distinguish an individual and influence how others perceive them. Let me read that again. A personal brand is a unique combination of skills, experiences, values, and qualities that distinguishes an individual and influence how others perceive them. I won't read the rest, but I want you to get these 4 words: your skill, your experiences, your values, and your qualities. Keep in mind that qualities and skills are not the same thing. I know that for the past, is it 2 days, or the past 2 days, you've already heard somebody talk about skills. Having a skill is very important, first of all. Having something of value, first of all. So it can be a skill, it can be anything. But if you are not solving a problem, whether you have a skill or not, you will not be somebody of value. So the number one thing you should figure out is, what problem do you solve? Not just your skills. Skills are still very important, but what problem do you solve? If you don't have a problem you're solving, then there's no reason why anybody should listen to you. And for those that are Christians here, it's the same way as saying, if you don't let your light shine, nobody will come to your light. I will repeat myself again. If you do not let your light shine, no one will come to your light. It's that simple. Nobody was brought into this world to be just a number, one of the 7 billion people that are in the world. No. Everybody was brought into this world for a purpose. Before you were born, I knew you. There's a reason why you were brought into this world. And I don't think that God wants anybody to lack. Not everybody is going to be a billionaire. Not everybody is going to be Elon Musk. For me, I don't want it. Right? Some people want it, but there are some things that at the end of the day you cannot control, but it's not something I'm really driving for. My real purpose is impact. Let it be that I have left this earth and I have left impact. I have done my work. So, like I said earlier, your skills can be attached to the value you carry, but ultimately, the problem you solve is more important. So for me now, problem I solve is I help people build influence online. Basically, let's even call it what it is. I help people build influence online. Somebody called me the other day the kingmaker of social media. I've not got it there yet, but I help people build influence online, especially with purpose. Now that's the problem I solve. It's not everybody that I'm going to solve that problem for. Some people don't need that, but there's a group of people. Now, there are some of you here in the NYSC. I know that there are different avenues for you to learn some kind of skill. I know that it's not at an expert level, but the first thing I'll tell you here, before you even start building a personal brand, is to go and learn a skill. Rush and go and learn a skill. It's as simple as learning video editing. Getting a certificate in virtual assisting. It's as simple as learning how to make hair. I'm not even going to talk about digital skills more, right? It's as simple as learning how to make hair. It's as simple as learning how to do content, right? It's as simple as learning how to write content. It's as simple as learning how to take pictures. It's as simple as learning how to because it will be a fallacy. Let me speak English. It will be a fallacy and it'll be a problem that you want to build a personal brand without having something of value. Nobody will come to you. Nobody will come to you. See a man that is skillful in his work, he will appear before kings. So nobody is going to come to you if you don't have anything to offer. then it's also now an abomination that you have something to offer and you are hiding it. So that one will also take self-discovery. But it's an abomination that you have something, a talent that has been given to you to steward over, and you are hiding it. And when you are asked, what have you done with your talent? Nothing. You see the same thing. Some of you, it's as simple as starting to learn something. I did not know that I had a lot of knowledge in marketing and how people's mind works until I started actually creating content for people through the years, from photography, from video editing, from videography, from copywriting, until I realized that I'm actually good at content strategy. But imagine I did not start in 2020. I will come to LinkedIn and I'll be creating a personal brand half-baked. What do you mean to be half-baked? Unprepared, mediocre, lackluster. So your skill is very important. The problem you have to solve is very important, and sharpen it. Let it be excellent to a level so that you'll be so different from other people. You'll be obviously different. Then the next thing I mentioned in that definition was your experiences. So this is what makes personal brand personal. This is what makes personal brands different from brands, normal brands. You are a human being. And I see a lot of people making this mistake on LinkedIn. You are talking about the skills you have, you're talking about the things you do. People follow you because of who you are and the story you have to tell. Most people followed me because I was a very I came to LinkedIn and I realized that there was this persona people were putting up. And what I mean by persona is I can act like a face. You know, when somebody has to act a movie, you have to put on a character. The LinkedIn character, the professional character. I knew who I was. I'm not a managing director of any bank. I am myself. I am a young person trying to get by. So I started telling my story. I was free. I was telling people about my experiences. That is how to build a personal brand. Yes, you can also talk about the skills and the problem you solve, but let people know about you. What has shaped you? What experiences have shaped you? For Nigerians now, yeah, we are very different from people outside the country, right? So for most of us, we were disciplined when we were small, but in our brothers in the Western world, whatever, they were not disciplined the same way we were disciplined. So that's an experience that stays with us. So the next thing there is the definition was your values. It's almost the same thing, but your values, you know, the values that shape you. You have your ethics, and then your qualities. Everybody has different qualities. Even though you see twins, people that look alike and were born in the same day, they're not the same people. It needs to shine. It needs to shine. It needs to show. Right. So let people know who you are. Is enough. I whenever I hear people, I say, oh, I don't want people to know me. And there are people that are making money, you know, they're just doing their thing. No wahala. So right. What you need to look at is, now that I'm saying all these things, what is happening in my own life for me to open my mouth and say I don't need to build a personal brand. I will tell you the truth. I have made more income, more revenue on LinkedIn than the past 5 years that I've been doing freelancing, and I've only been on LinkedIn for 5 months. I don't know if you heard me. That is just because I decided to show up in the right place, with the right voice, and with the right message. And I was surprised because I was like, where have I been? What have I been doing? What I call that is a defining moment for me. I had to do all those things in order to show up in the right place. Some of you are building right now in the wrong place. You are building on TikTok, right? And you're like, I'm getting views, I'm getting all these things, but nobody's ready to pay you. Maybe try LinkedIn, try Twitter. I used to hate LinkedIn before. I don't know. I know that some people here that like this LinkedIn people say, I used to be like that. Now I understand. Now I get it. Now, for the lack of time, I will not be able to give you a full lecture on how to actively and properly grow on LinkedIn specifically. But I feel like with the right with this alone, you'll be having the right mindset. I don't know if you want to say something, Joyce.
Yeah, no, feel free. Like you have enough time actually, so
How
please
much
feel
time do I
free.
have? Or you can send it to me on private
Um,
chat. Let me see.
you have from now till 7 p.m., so you have enough time actually.
Okay, I was worried that I didn't have. enough.
No,
Okay,
please, we are
okay,
talking to
that's
the
good.
kingmaker. Please, we need to give the kingmaker
Ah,
enough time.
okay, okay. I was worried. So I was checking my time. I was like, 30 minutes is almost up. So now that I've been given the go ahead, for those that want to grow on any platform, especially if you're trying to get clients, the first mindset I want you to have is the mindset of somebody who is okay. Okay. You see, my name is Okechi, so it's my own thing. What I mean by okay is that you don't really push so much to be approved by anybody or to get clients. I get more clients by not wanting to get more clients. I don't know how I will explain that thing, but I get more clients by not being desperate. I see a lot of people pushing, and the kind of content they are making is around, oh, this is what I do. Hire me. And I know a lot of people here have also sent CVs, and you've sent, oh my god, before I even started building God, before I even started building a personal brand, I sent CVs, and sometimes I was asking myself, like, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with me? Especially for to be someone that has I forgot to mention that I had my own production company. So for someone that has done so many things and I have so much experience in the area of production and the media as a whole, nobody is willing to hire me. I don't understand. At some point, I was like, are you people all right? Do you know who I am? I sent CVs, cover letters up and down. Nobody is budging. Some people will not even respond. The ones that will respond to say, unfortunately, 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 unfortunately. Then I went to LinkedIn and I decided to start writing. And funny story, allow me to digress. I would say a church member of mine, we were having like a talk or something. He's a newlywed, they just had children. And we're talking about career and stuff. I mean, what I don't really like to talk much. So they're talking about LinkedIn. All of a sudden, they started talking about LinkedIn. I was just there smiling, because that's where I am. I'm going there. And the man said he has been looking for a job for the past 5 months. And he has experience in marketing. He has worked, he's a young man, trying to do well for himself. And he told me that he told the church or the congregation or the people that he was able to get a job by posting on LinkedIn. This person I'm talking about is probably in his late 30s, late 30s. He just posted about what he does, what he has done for the companies he has worked for, what he wants to do. Before somebody reached out to him. Now, keep in mind, somebody reached out to him. He did not reach out to anybody. Somebody reached out to him, and I'm like, I don't understand, bros. What do you mean somebody reached out to you? You just started writing. How do you mean somebody reached out to you? And then it took me back to the first client I had on LinkedIn. The first client that I had on LinkedIn was a fashion brand that reached out to me, and I've not even started posting on LinkedIn. What I was doing was I was trying to optimize my profile. And I thought it was a friend. When I received the message, I was like, one of those my stupid friends that are trying to play a prank on me. Who is this person? I almost lashed out at the person because I was like, guy, who is this? Is this a prank? Because I have not even worked on my banner. The only time I worked on was on my back section, and I just showed up. That was like I just showed up. I like it was a state of mind where I'm now on LinkedIn. So I started engaging. I was commenting. I was trying to fill out the platform to see how things work on the platform, and boom, the founder of the company reached out to me when I was at my brokest of broke. If you see broken bottle, break it into broken pieces again. I was very broke, and I'm like, nah, this has to be a joke. How I've not even started. I'm not ready. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not ready. I'm not expected to have a job right now. Before you know it, can we get on the call? The same day we got on the call, the next day I started the job. I received my first pay, and I'm like, what? What's going on? And I just decided to optimize my profile more. And I decided to take LinkedIn seriously. And then I lost this client just because I became too valuable and they realized that my pay will go up. They told me that we know that we can't afford you anymore. You've become somebody else. When we have your budget, we'll get back to you. I didn't tell her. I was still happy working with them because I was enjoying the job. But they like, we're not going to waste your time. We're not going to waste your time. We know that we're still trying to launch, and you're doing so many things for us. And right now, it's almost as if we're not showing up well. So for now, let's go and work on ourselves, and we'll be back. And at that point, I was like, I'm okay, because now I already had clients paying me from the UK, clients from Canada, from South Korea, and I'm like, God, see God, that's what came out from my mouth. See how God can be. So, and these things really die down to, first of all, showing up. So now I've talked about what a personal brand is. The next thing I want you to do now is show up. I didn't say you should create content. It can mean anything for you. For me, showing up those first few weeks of me commenting, checking out how the platform is, optimizing my profile, just feeling how LinkedIn is, because I hated the platform before. I was just feeling it out. Show up, even if it means showing up 1 hour every day. Most of my clients that are very busy and are founders, they always say they don't have the time and everything. Okay, I tell them all you need on LinkedIn is 3 hours per day. 1 hour engaging, 2 hours engaging, or 1 hour engaging, then another 1 hour trying to write content. If you're very, very smart about it, you can take 1 hour to write more than one content, you can batch produce and schedule all of them for the week. But now the first thing I want you to do is to optimize your profile. And the simple trick that I use is, first of all, your headline. Your headline is what the algorithm can read. Your headline, your banner cannot be seen by the algorithm. That one is more visual, it's more of a branding thing, your colors and all those gimmicks. But the one that the algorithm can see, and where people's mind go to first, and what people see first, even when you comment and when your profile show up in different places, what people see first is your headline. And what that headline is, I call it a cognitive hook. I call it a cognitive hook. A cognitive hook is the first idea of people about you, the first instant, the first perception that people have about you when they see you. And the brain works so fast. People are catching the words one by one, one by one. What you see, okay, social media manager and the rest. So, but this is the trick I have, right? That it works for anybody, regardless of the format you have for your headline. Number one is, what problem do you solve? Titles are important. I always still advise people to put titles because of search engine optimization. But what really, really matters is, especially to your client, your ideal client, is what problem do you solve? Who are you solving that problem for? And what results do you guarantee? I'll repeat it again. What problem do you solve? For those that are taking notes, what problem do you solve? Who are you solving that problem for? And what results do you guarantee? Now, some people might not be able to have all those things together, but at least two of the things I mentioned now should be on your headline. So for me now, I said, I help. How did I put my own again? I help founders, consultants, coaches, and creators turn content into clients and build influence on LinkedIn. I help who now? Who do I help? Founders, this, that. What problem do I solve? Turn content into clients, meaning I help you get clients and build influence on LinkedIn. Now, I've put the problem I solve and the result I guarantee into one sentence. Those are the most important. Nobody cares about your title, because if they really cared about your title, they would choose you regardless. But the issue now is that there are so many other options. You're not the only social media manager. You're not the only personal brand strategist. You're not the only public speaker. You're not the only person that. So what now? Why should I listen to you? Why should I even take you seriously? Because everybody's putting the problem, the title they have. People like titles, but titles doesn't pay the bill. You igwe now for your head. You understand? Founder of this, no wahala. People don't really care unless you have somebody that have already built personal brands outside, online, and you've been able to do PR and people know about you outside the online space. But founder of Chike and Sons, founder, nobody cares. Social media manager, nobody cares. Nobody really gives a hoot. Nobody really gives a hoot. What matters to them is, can you solve my problem? right? Can you solve my problem? What puts you in the position to solve my problem? And can I trust that you can solve my problem? Is this as simple as what problem do you solve? Who are you solving the problem for? And the result you guarantee. It's that simple. So that's the first stage of things. I'm not going to go into about section, right? Because that's a whole nother topic. But that's the first step. That's what I did. That's what I did to can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm lagging. But can you people hear me?
Loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. I thought I was lagging. So
Yeah.
okay, so what was I saying? So that was the first thing I did. I optimized my profile. And you won't optimize it was trust me. I've changed my profile a lot of times. Then the next thing that really moves the needle here is your content. My approach to personal branding is content creation. The next thing that moves the needle here is content. And there are different types of content depending on what you really want. But I'll list the few out for you. There's relatable content. There is promotional content. There's educational content. There's entertaining content. And then there's what I call it storytelling. Now, for me, I bounce between relatable content, educational content, and storytelling. Promotional content only comes up when I have something to promote. But I always advise people to not oversell because nobody likes being sold to. For those that have gone to, if you've lived in Lagos, if you go to Balogun, nobody like come and buy my color, come and buy this, come and buy this. You feel like kicking the person. You feel like giving the person slap. What's the problem? Maybe you might actually need that jeans, though, but the approach is like, why are you trying to sell to me? At this point now, I don't want the thing again. Now you go to another place that is well put together, and you're like, okay, these people are selling jeans. What happened? It's not the same jeans that the other person came to you to meet you for. So that is why I always advise people to not try to sell immediately. So the way I do my content is I'm intentional about it. I don't want people to just know me because I have educational content. Educational content is cool, but people buy from me not because of the educational content that I post, but because they feel like they know who I am. They trust me. They trust me not because of the kind of content I'm posting, because of the way I approach and I position myself. What I mean by that is every single day I show up on LinkedIn, I don't hide. For example, now I'm trying to help people grow on LinkedIn. People pay me to help them grow on LinkedIn, but still on my content, I will post things that I tell my clients. There's nothing wrong with that. I will post the tips that people are paying me for. Is what I'll post on LinkedIn for free, because there's nothing wrong with me being of value. There's a thing I tell my friend that let your let your um let your free content be better than anybody's paid content. Let your free content be better than anybody's paid content. At that point, you'll be able to grow trust, because clients usually judge you based on the way um you appear online, based on the way you position online. So one client that I had said the reason why they hired me was because they noticed that every time they read my post, it was almost as if I was talking to them. And then they were already fixing things. How would I explain this thing? They were already fixing things from the tips I was giving from my content. Already fix they notice themselves making changes. Okay, their mindset was changing around content, their mindset was changing around personal brand. And at that point, they're like, okay, this person already knows what they're saying. Why don't I now buy their one-on-one coaching? Why don't I now work with this person? Because it seems like you know what you're saying, and it feels like I know who you are already. Now, there are many of us here that have decided not to even show up at all, and you will never know. You will never know if you don't show up. Who knows? You might show up for 1 week on LinkedIn, and your own will be better. I have somebody, one of my should I call her students or whatever? Let's call herself my student. One of my clients that that was part of my cohort, and we finished the cohort, And then, can you hear me? Like I don't know if I'm still.
I
Anyways,
can.
I'll just keep talking. So one of my
I
clients
can
that
hear you.
we finished our cohorts and everything, and then the lady, after a week, reached out to me and said, "Coach, I've gotten a job." And I'm like, "What do you mean you've gotten a job? As how? How have you gotten a job? Where did you get the job?" It was very confusing for me because I was like, the criteria for success and the timeline for success was like,
Cannot see him anymore. Hi, Okechi. Okay. I don't know if it's my network. Please, can you all hear me? If you can hear me, please. Oh, network. Can you hear me at least? I think our guest network is kind of okay. You can hear me? Okay. I think network from his end. You okay? You can't hear him, but you can hear me. Oof. Oh, guys, we lost our guest, but I think his network. Or let's start kabashing. Let's start kabashing. If you know how to pray, start praying now, because I feel like we're getting into like the good part. We're getting into the good part, but I know he's going to be here soon. But while we are waiting for him, um, I can hear you from his own end. Okay, okay, he's here. Oh, it's not the one actually. Okay, we would let's wait for our host to be back. But while we are waiting, the internet people in Nigeria is really frustrating. Exactly. That's why we need to make money so that we leave this country happy, so that we can even buy Nigeria. So every single thing we did I say buy Nigeria? I was joking, please. But every single thing we're actually learning for you, it's actually for you. Okay, I think our guest is back 1 minute. Yes, he's here. Thank God. I think somebody was actually praying. Hallelujah.
"Amen." So for I don't know what happened. I don't
Net,
know.
oh
Maybe
yeah,
it's the internet or yeah, Nigeria happened.
probably.
So
Welcome back.
um, what was I was talking about? Yes, one of my clients. So she came to me and told me that she has gotten a client, or not even a client, a job. Her own goal was to get a physical job. She didn't want to get a job online. She wanted a job on site. And I was like, okay, I don't know about on site, but it's still the same way you approach it. So after the things that I discussed with her and the one-on-one coaching, she was already making those steps, taking those steps before we started coaching and everything. But after the cohort, she got the job. The next thing, the same day as we were on our call, we ended the call. A few hours later, she sent me a mail, a company sent to her a job offer. And I'm like,
Mm.
wait, is it that me, I have special touch, I be precious touch, as Precious Robo, my friend will say it? Because I just gave a few tips on how to just show up. I didn't really say much. I just said show up, but show up this way. And she started receiving job. She spoke with me again yesterday that the company has reached out to her again to work for them on
Mm.
the contract. And the reason for that is because first of all, she was showing up consistently. Now I will say this before I go move on. If you don't have a job currently, if you don't have a job, you don't have anywhere you're hired, and you want to get a job, turn LinkedIn and showing up on LinkedIn into your 9 to 5.
Mm.
Don't give any sense excuse again. I will talk to you directly like I'm your friend and your brother. If you don't have a job right now, if you don't have any where you want to work, or if you don't have any job offers from anywhere, turn LinkedIn into your 9 to 5 until you get an actual 9 to 5. Then you can disappear. You're permitted to leave. But I assure you, you will not leave. You won't go anywhere. But
LinkedIn money is
just
too
turn it.
sweet.
I mean, is
It's too sweet. You can
I call
never
it
come back.
internet. eh, I call it
Never.
internet money, right? Internet money. Even this YouTube, I will soon come to this YouTube and be my personal brand here. But
We are
the
here for
reason why I
you.
chose LinkedIn,
I'll be your first
the reason
subscriber.
why I chose LinkedIn No problem. I already have that was, I told you I did start today. I opened my LinkedIn account in 2020. So
Oh,
it's because people have not seen my stuff. I'm keeping it on side.
ah,
Now I'll relaunch soon. So you guys should look out. Now
yeah.
the why I say that is because I have another friend also. She saw that I disappeared from everybody and I focused on what I mean by disappear. It's very easy to disappear into LinkedIn because people are not on LinkedIn. But you know the crazy
Hmm.
thing is that most founders, most people that are doing great things are either on LinkedIn or Twitter. Most of them are on LinkedIn. Their DMs are open. They are seeing your stuff. The South Korean brand I was talking about, I didn't even know that they were watching me. I don't know how they found me. My own is that the only way I have connection with South Korea is from their movies. I don't have any friend. I don't even see their content because they don't speak English. So how did you find me? You know, so they're like, okay, they are working on the brand, and they have been looking for a few people, and they I don't know, the way LinkedIn works is that somebody from somewhere will like your stuff, somebody in their community will see your stuff, that person will like it. So they were like, they just found me, and then they checked me on Favicon and saw that I was doing well, so they decided to hire me as their brand ambassador. And I'm like, okay, but first, how did you find me? Why does this thing keep going off? Why do But you can hear me? Can you still hear me? I know you can still hear me.
Yes, yes, we can.
My camera keeps
I think I
going off.
just.
But I'll just keep talking and I'll try and fix it.
Yes, we can hear
So
you. Let me just
I
make
was
it solo.
wondering, right, why do they keep coming to me? Where did they find me? And I realized that it was because I was showing up with so much consistency and so much value that they had no other option but to work with me. They had no other option but to work with me. And I'm like, just imagine I did not listen and I just went and I was just creating content. So not even went, I was just there with my two koro, my two leg, and say, oh, nothing for me on this LinkedIn. No, LinkedIn is not for me. Oh, blah 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 blah. I would have just been there and I would not have those opportunities. And when I was even talking to them on the call, you know, I remember when I used to practice my British accent. I didn't know that one day that I will be using that accent to speak to people from outside the country. I didn't know that I'll use that opportunity. I'll have the opportunity to actually practice what I've been learning. So now a lot of you here are some of you are even highly skilled. There are people that are LinkedIn that they don't really have much skill. That's the truth. I've seen people that are so mediocre with their skill, but just because they have an audience and just because they are showing up, they are getting more jobs than you with all your skill. So I was like, just imagine with all the things that I've done throughout the 5 years of me trying to create content and all those things. Imagine I didn't show up. Okay, I think my camera is back. Okay. Imagine I didn't show up. So one thing I'll tell you is I don't know how much time I have left. I've just been talking since. Okay. One thing I'll tell you is show up first of all, optimize your profile. And this works anywhere. It's not just LinkedIn. On Twitter, on Instagram, TikTok, wherever. It works the same way everywhere. Optimize your profile. Who do you help? How do you help them? And what problem do you solve? Now, the next thing is your content. If you want to get clients for, let's say you've gotten a skill and you have a problem that you solve, it's as simple as talking about the problem and your approach to solving that problem. So, my approach to solving marketing problems is different from another person's approach. People do digital marketing. Mine is content, specifically content. Right. So it's not like every other person's method. Mine is specifically content. So that is my way, and I will talk about it, and I'll talk about how I've done it for other people. Now, your own might be that you're a social media manager. Don't just talk about how there's a mistake I see people making. They talk about why they should be hired. Forget about those things. Don't keep telling people why they should hire. It's just like you now, your girlfriend, you're a girl, and maybe a guy is trying to break up with you, and you keep saying, no, this is who I am, don't go with this person. If you are giving people too much of a reason, then they don't even value you in the first place.
Mm. Oh my God. Guys, can you guys still hear me? I think we lost our guest again. Devil is a liar. Grand finale must be grand finale. If you can hear me, just tell me yes. 1 minute. Okay, I guess you all can hear me. Okay. I don't know. Devil, this is how you would know that these tips are working. You know that when you want to succeed, a lot of things will just start coming up. You understand? So this is how you would know. I never have seen that somebody is about to become a billionaire. Okay, so this is how you would know, right? So but I think you all are already getting so much value already. I was trying to highlight a question that somebody asked about storytelling, but I know our guest to be back soon. But while we are waiting, um I want to conclude the announcement I was making before. So our second guest is not coming. So because of that, this section is actually for 2 hours, and this is the grand finale. And I want you all to go back home filled. You know what I mean by filled? Like be satisfied, full. Don't want to eat half chop today. Today I want you all to be full. So I'm gonna be filling in. I'm going to be filling in quickly for the second speaker. So that means I'm also going to be talking about LinkedIn. See, this first speaker I've said it. Okay, he's here. I think he's here. I think he's here. Our speaker is here. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, somebody.
Oh my God. Nigeria
I'm
keeps
so
dealing with
sorry.
me.
Nigeria happened. I
So
know. Welcome back.
don't worry. I will soon leave you people, this country for you people. So
Ah, please, we are going with you, sir. Okay.
what was I talking about? Yeah, I think I was talking about my approach to things. So you don't need to tell
Mm,
people why they should hire you. From your expertise, from your value, from them knowing you, from
mhm,
them resonating with you, they will see enough reason to hire you. And now it's not just getting a job, it's all about monetization, right? I can monetize through getting a job, but at the same time, digital products too. Having an audience can help you sell to that audience. I know many of us know about this already, right? People like Salem King, people like Eric Gugwa on Instagram. Eric Gugwa just hosted a conference, and I think the registration for that conference was 10,000 or I think 20,000 or thereabouts. If he did not have an audience online, nobody will care about his conference. If he didn't have some kind of influence, nobody will come to his conference, no matter the amount of value. So he had to, on a regular basis, with his content, communicate his value to people through the things he says, through his story, not just the problem he's solving, but through his personal story, through them connecting and resonating with him and getting to know him more than just beyond his content. For me now, most people that work with me, they always say they enjoy reading my content. It's not always value. Yes, I drop value. Value can is very perceptive. It can mean that I'm teaching you something, but it can also mean that I'm inspiring you. It can also mean that I'm making you laugh. It can also mean that I'm changing your mood. I'm doing something. It's emotional. Value is more emotional than technical. It's more emotional than should I say scripted. So on a regular basis, for me on a daily basis, my number one assignment is that I am always dropping value. It might be through the fact that I'm teaching people something that they should be paying for. I don't mind. So that thing that you're hiding, no, this one is for my clients, no, they will steal my do it. Because that might be the reason why somebody reaches out to you in the DM. I have never sent anybody a cold DM, although I'm planning to start doing it because one of my friends has told me to start doing it. But I have never sent anybody a cold DM. Oh my God. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me? I feel like my,
Yes,
my
yes, I can hear
internet is
you.
bad. Keeps
We
going
can hear
off.
you actually.
So, uh-huh. So, um, the reason why
We are talking
people
about code
will
idioms.
hire you is not because of you telling them what. Okay, can you hear me? And if you could
Yes, I
still
can
hear
hear
me.
you loud and clear. Can you hear me? Oh, I think I'll just continue to Hi, Okechi. I don't know if you can hear me. I know the network is bad. Oof. Okay, people, hallelujah. Okay. People actually get, please, if you are getting value, just comment yes that you're getting value while we wait for our guest. If you are following, are you following? Um, Somebody's gonna be a billionaire, and that's me. Hallelujah. I see you to Sky, right? I hope that's how it's pronounced. I see you, I see you. Billionaire, sir. Oh, do you want to leave the who do you want to leave the country for? He's leaving the country for you people. Okay, it's code DM, COLD. Somebody's asking a question. Code DM, right? Code DM, COLD. That was one of the things Messiah taught yesterday. For those of you that were in the section, code DM. What code DM means is reaching out to somebody that you've never spoken to before. That's code, right? Let's say, for example, you see a CEO and you think you have a value to offer to this company and you want to reach out to this CEO. Remember, the speakers yesterday gave you guys some tools you can use to get emails, right? If you were here, good students, you can remember. I'll be retentive memory. I actually want to say, but I don't want to say it again. So yeah, they actually gave, so let me say, I will just say one, apollo.io, for example. You go get the email of this client you want to pitch, and then you reach out to them via email. They don't know you, they don't know your mother from anywhere, you've never spoken to them before, and then you send them an email telling them, oh, how that you want to maybe, you want to offer this solution, this value to their company, blah, blah, blah. That is what a cold DM is. So cold DM is when you message somebody that doesn't know you before, most likely teaching, yes. So that's what cold DM means. So I don't know, our guest is not back on stage. So I'll just continue what I was saying yesterday. Thank you so much, guys. I really need to work on my LinkedIn. Yes, you need to work on your LinkedIn. If you want to, okay, let me calm down. LinkedIn is a place to be very honest. We are not hyping LinkedIn. Nobody is hyping LinkedIn. But if really, really, really you have a digital skill, especially, you should be on LinkedIn. You should be showing up on LinkedIn. You should not be on TikTok watching people that have made it. Straight bullet. Watching people that have made it, right? Be building your own presence too. Unless you're also building your own TikTok, you're intentional about building it as well. But please show up on LinkedIn. This is a place to be. The opportunities you expose yourself to by just being on LinkedIn is too much. When I came to Akwa Ibom State for the very first time to serve, I needed to get like maybe a tech company to quickly, serve in, because I don't want to teach. I don't have energy to teach anybody's child, right? So I needed to quickly get in the tech stuff and everything. It was so easy. The tech companies in Akwa Ibom State, in Uyo, I found a couple of them. And these people have like some process. At least I've checked and everything. They have process. I don't even think they accept coppers and everything. Immediately, the operations manager saw my LinkedIn profile. That was it. That was it. Even when it's okay, come for an interview and everything, it was the operations manager that was speaking for me. So LinkedIn just puts you in a position like you don't have to worry about so many things. You become exposed to so many opportunities. So I think our speaker has given us more than enough value, even though he doesn't even come back again. This thing he has given you alone is like $100. What? $100K. $100 is too small. So please, if you can see me, let me know. Yes, I did. If you can hear me, say yes. Let me be sure. Did my TikTok January this year. Best decision I made this year. Okay, I actually did my TikTok too, because cannot be watching people that have made it in life now. I want to make it too. Let them to watch me too. Abby, you don't want them to watch you too. Okay, I think he's back. Oh my god. Our guest is back, guys.
Okay, so
I
I must have,
apologize on behalf of Nigeria.
okay. So although
Welcome.
we're almost done. So
Yeah.
what I was saying is, for those that still want extra tips, you can follow me on LinkedIn. I still give a free thing. You can even watch me do it and copy me, honestly. So the real sense of what I'm saying is resonance is more important than the educational post you're posting. If people can resonate with you, if people can feel you, beyond just you writing, because anybody can write nowadays. Anybody can use AI to write. But why should I listen to you? Your story,
Mhm.
your experiences, how you've helped other people do it, your personality. Are you a funny person? Are you people? A lot of people that might know Blossom After here. People say that she's a warm person. That is the kind of vibe she gives people. People say that I'm like a very funny friend that they have that is always, trying to joke around, but at the same time, is that kind of friend where you will learn something. No matter the experience we have with that person, you learn something. That's one of my clients told me that. That's how they see me. So it's beyond just educational posts. It's more than that. It's value, 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 value. If value always goes where money is, value chases after, money chases after value. So
Value.
stop chasing money, become a person of value, and money will chase you. Now, the way I'll end this is, I would say that that khaki will fade. I have an uncle that did NYSC. At the end of the day, he just threw the NYSC thing away. So the khaki will fade. Your
Mhm.
PPA will change to the real world. You know, but one thing that will remain is your name, your story, your brand.
Mm.
That is what will live on. So don't wait until you are ready. Don't wait until you have everything together. Don't wait until you have the perfect business idea. Just start showing up. Start showing up. Start showing your value from now. The earlier, the better. Because the
Yeah.
people who win in this new world are not just skilled people. They are visible. They are visible.
So, yeah.
So yeah, thank you
Wow.
very much.
A round of applause. I wish it's actually like a physical event where people say, "Oh, a standing ovation," and all of those things. Thank you so much, Okechi. Oh my God. I don't know. Thank you so much. I've actually like one of the first people that actually witnessed your growth on LinkedIn. I'm like, oh, this person came on LinkedIn and the person is dominating. This is somebody that we should actually like listen to. So yeah, I've seen your growth. I really admire it. I admire everything you stand for. Thank you so much, and thank you for saying yes to BSY. So let me see, please, if you have questions for him before he leaves,
Yeah.
please let's take at least two questions. Any question, guys? Any question? Or the value is too much. You need to put ice block on your head first so that it will sink in. Let's know. It's too much. But I feel everywhere. Yeah, it's full of smoke. Like God, yeah, it's too hot. I don't know. This is too much. Ah, honestly, this is a lot of value. Thank you so much. And yeah, please, I think are you open to giving us your YouTube handle? I would want PSY community to actually subscribe
Not yet.
regardless.
Not yet. Relax.
Okay, not yet.
Relax.
Okay.
No, I
That's
would
what I
say
asking.
more. Maybe people should also go to my LinkedIn more. If I'm launching the YouTube, I'll announce it there. So my name is
All right.
Okechi Oguma everywhere. If you still want to
Yes.
find me on YouTube, it's still my name. You type and you see me. So
Okay. But I think it's actually on LinkedIn they would find you more. Like people should go and sleep on his profile this night. If I were you, I'll take marks. After BSY life, like that, I'll just carry my marks to his profile. And because there are so many things you actually give out there for free. These things you
yeah,
actually
I
spoken
don't
about
I don't get keep.
actually his content. Some persons, I think I saw a comment for somebody and she actually answered it, talking about, oh, how do I come up with content, how do I write, and all of those things. And most times
Everything
you
is
talk
there.
about these things. Yes, you talk about these things, how that you could come up with stuff. The most important thing is, as long as you communicate, it resonates, right? You speak to
Mm,
people. Your audience should be
yeah,
emotionally, your content rather should be emotionally connecting, right? Because that's like what
yeah,
differentiates. It should be engaging and emotionally connecting. If I have a problem and your content is you're posting a content, it should speak to me, it should make me feel, it should trigger something that would push me to
yeah.
take action. So that's like the bottom line, right? So go check out his LinkedIn profile, Okechi, Okechi Oguma. I think Ogwuma.
Should I type it out for you?
Okay,
Okay,
thank
you
you.
got it. You got it.
That's it. All right. I will also like drop the link in the community for those that are in the BSY community tonight. Yes. So
Mm.
we have a lot to actually do tonight in the community. We have a lot. So tonight we would first of all have our BSY end of the what's the word? After party. We'll do that in the community and we'll have a lot of stuff. So I'll
Mm.
also drop his LinkedIn bio in the community. So you go check it out and follow him closely. Thank you so much for honoring our invite. This means so much to us. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you too.
All right. So do enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. My people. Now it's me and you guys now. Okay. Please, if you can still hear me, I hope I've not been talking to myself. If you can still hear me, tell me you can hear me. If you can hear me, comment BSY. Let's trend BSY. BSY, we are wrapping up in the next 30 minutes. We should be done. If you can still hear me, please, I want you to just comment BSY. I've not seen BSY yet. Hope I'm not the only person here. Okay. What's gonna happen? Okay, I can see BSY. Let's trend BSY. 5 more persons and we move. Okay. Thank you. I think I saw a question of what's going to happen in this after party. You will find out. That's why you have to be there. Our color code is cockroach brown. Okay, not cockroach brown. Blue. BSY is blue. So, okay, thank you. I can see lots of BSY in the comment. Thank you so much, guys. So yeah, it's now time for me to actually speak. So like I said, I'm gonna be filling in for the second speaker that couldn't make it on LinkedIn. So I'm gonna be talking about LinkedIn. And why it's very easy for me to just quickly fill in, because if you wake me up from sleep and say, I Rejoice, talk about LinkedIn, I can talk about LinkedIn anytime, anywhere. Take me to Pluto, take me anywhere, I'll talk about LinkedIn. And what I want to tell you about LinkedIn, she has already spoken a lot. See, trust me, with what he has given you already, you can win on LinkedIn. So let me just give like a few recap. I hope people are writing. You talk about your name, personal branding. In this age and time, you need a personal brand. The reason why you will submit a CV and that person will submit a CV, they will check your LinkedIn, right? And that person have 2K, 5K. The person have a solid presence on LinkedIn. You that don't have anything, they will not even bother to check. Do you know that recruiters don't even check CVs? Oh my God. Let me tell you now. Most recruiters, they don't even check CVs. They just plug into a system that filters it. Right? That's why people that do the overdo strategy, that go the extra mile, actually the people that are visible. Right? So it's not even about your CV or anything. You have to be on LinkedIn. That's what speaks for you when you are sleeping. When you are sleeping, somebody is checking your profile. Right? Somebody is checking your profile. So be on LinkedIn is very, very important, especially if you have a digital skill or you want to learn a digital skill or you are training on digital skill. Remember what we've been hammering since day one. Document your journey. You are training. Please put it out. It's currency. Don't hide it. Bring it out. It's not very fine. Don't worry. In the next 30 days, if they check your work and compare, they see that you've grown. And let me tell you one secret. For those people that want to work with international clients, I've never really worked with a Nigerian brand like that, because that's like what I wanted. I don't want to work with Nigerian brands. One thing I've noticed with international brands is this: aside your skill, they hire more, they look at more for attitude. And if they're able to go to your profile and see, this person have grown, this person is consistent, this person is consistently showing up, they will feel like you would carry that same intentionality to work. This one is not about skill right now, right? I'm going to dive into how I got my first job on LinkedIn with no experience. I didn't even know what I was doing then. Let me tell you people what happened, right? But what I'm trying to say is that when you are building on LinkedIn, you're showing up, they see your soft skills. They say, this person is intentional. A lot of people are not intentional. A lot of people, that's the problem. I'm going to be giving a lot of straight bullets, just so you know. But that's the problem. A lot of people are not intentional. You start one thing, you do it for 2 weeks, and you say, it's not even working. No, it's not gonna work, right? If you're working like that, everybody would be Elon Musk, right? Everybody would be Elon Musk. No. But if you're intentional, you're consistent, they see ownership. You are taking ownership of your growth. This person have been building. This person have been putting so much, so much heart to what the person is doing. See, that alone is what they want to hire. I'm in sales. One of the skills, sales is hard. A lot of persons don't want to do sales because sales is a grind. It's not easy. You're going to face lots of rejection. You're going to do lots of cold emailing. You're going to do lots of cold calls. Yes, not everybody enjoy that, but I enjoy the grind. I enjoy like connecting with people. I enjoy starting conversations basically. So not everybody do sales. One of the skills they look at for in sales is not even the amount of tools you can use. It's not even about the tech. It's about how resilient this person is, how consistent this person is. So when you're building and documenting, you are not just showing your skill. So I'm saying this for people that feel their skill is not enough. Oh, maybe for example, you're a video editor, be like, I beg, I'm just learning. This video is not good. Don't downplay yourself, especially if you want to work with Americans, like not Americans per se, like international clients. Especially if you want to work with them, don't downplay your skill because you are seeing just the hard skills. They are also seeing the heart behind it. Do you get? That's why we are talking about documenting your journey. The fact that you can show up imperfect is boldness, is confidence, and not everybody have that. Please write that down, right? Not everybody have that. So that alone even puts you up, right? I have a question. Okay, 1 minute. Let me be done so I don't lose my train of thought. Sure, we are going to answer lots of questions today. I hope you could not kill me with your questions. Okay. So what I want to talk about today is okay, I've talked about so much about personal branding. I'm not going to go over that. What I want to talk about is showing up correctly on LinkedIn. That's the topic I'm going to talk about. Showing up correctly on LinkedIn. And everything I'm going to be talking to you about is going to be from personal experience, the things that have worked for me, the things I've told people, oh, this thing worked for me, replicate it, and it worked for them, right? Those are the things I'm going to be talking about today. I'm not going to talk about profile optimization. I feel like that has already been covered. Show up on LinkedIn, optimize your profile, put up your picture. You know, one thing that should guide you when you're optimizing your profile is this. Think of yourself. Look at your profile now. Go to your profile. When you're done with this, go to your profile and say, if I was a recruiter, would I hire myself? Right? Would I hire myself? One thing that really helped me on LinkedIn a lot when I started out, I started out too on LinkedIn. One thing that really helped me was I wanted to show up for the kind of opportunities I wanted to attract. Yes. So you need to show up like the person that can attract that kind of opportunity. You want to work with international clients. The way you're looking on your profile, do you think your profile can attract that? So you have to look the part. Now, forget the skill part first. Though. I'm not saying you're not going to, we're going to get to skill, don't worry. But first of all, package, right? Package, show up correctly. Now, when I'm talking about showing up correctly, I'm not only talking about profile optimization. I'm not yet to talk about that per se. What I want to talk about is, number one, I'm going to tell you how I landed my first job on LinkedIn with no experience. 3 months into LinkedIn, doing absolutely something I didn't even understand. I was just showing up like that, consistency. I'm going to show you how to show up correctly. Because when I started out on LinkedIn, I saw like so many Nigerians making a particular mistake. They will tell you, go on LinkedIn, engage. Of course, you really need to engage a lot on LinkedIn, comment on posts. I was literally sleeping on LinkedIn. I wake up and I will engage, morning to night, engage. It was tiring and it started to feel like a chore. And so I said, okay, you know what? First of all, I want to, right from the time I made up my mind, I didn't want to work with Nigerian brands. I don't even know why. I didn't even have skill. Or who gave me Audacity? I don't know. Please, after this BSY, go and buy Audacity in the market. It's very important. Go to the market and price Audacity. You need a lot of Audacity, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to actually work with international clients from the start on LinkedIn. And so what I did was I flipped my strategy. I wasn't doing the usual thing Nigerians do. So I want to work with other clients. So what am I doing in Nigerians comment section all through the day? I'm not saying you should not engage with your fellow Nigerians, right? Or engage with them, but you need to be where your clients can find you. You need to be where your clients can find you. So, okay, you want to work with people in the US, in the UK. You are in Asaba, comment section. You're in Abuja, comment section. Like, you need to, what you just need is one. So what I did was, as at that time, first of all, this thing was just strategy, of course, inspiration from the Holy Spirit, because nobody really taught me this strategy. And I was like, okay, you know what? I made a list of just, I think, 2-3 CEOs then of tech companies. I didn't even know then I wanted to work in the tech. I wasn't in tech fully then. I just made 3, I just collected their profile links and then I put them in like a notepad. So what I do every single day, I make sure that I engage in their comment section. So they make posts every day. In fact, I know when they post. I'm one of the first people there. I would comment with them. I would engage with their community, people that are also commenting. Sometimes I will start conversations in their comments. Now, when I say comment, it's not thanks for sharing. This is insightful, innovative. Please, Kilele, what's that? It's not. I feel like I'm harsh, but yeah. But like, do you get? So it's not that kind of comment. You have to take your time, really read it, contribute. Okay, contribute, start conversations from their comment. Because now those people are CEOs, they will roll with CEOs. That's how life is. Rich people roll with rich people, poor people roll with poor people. Nigerians roll with Nigerians, just like that. So because they are CEOs, they would also roll with CEOs. So from you just need one CEO. From the CEO's comments, you would see other, global leaders in his comment section. So what I do, commenter in the CEO that I'm following, go to the comment section as well. Take like 3 people that have commented under him. Of course, they are big guys as well. Comment again, like respond to their comments in that post. Then click on their profile and go to their own profile. Connect with them, comment on their posts. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. Do you get? So just like that, you don't need to do too much. You don't need to do too much. Of course, you will still balance it too. You will still engage the Nigerian communities because these people will encourage you. The Nigerians are good to have. Sometimes life will hit hard. It's Nigeria that will hype you. We are good in hyping and help you get back on track. So you need them to in your corner, real people. But what I'm saying is that if you're on LinkedIn, you have to be intentional. You have to know why you are on LinkedIn. You have to know why you're on LinkedIn. You have to know the kind of clients you want to attract. Then be where your clients are, where they can find you. So what you want to do after optimizing your profile now, start showing up, of course, documenting your journey, start creating your content, okay? Of course, showing up, because when that CEO now comes to your profile, they don't want to come to an empty profile because they will view your profile. Do you understand? So even while I was engaging with that CEO, mind you, I did this consistently for at least 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I was so consistent. So consistent. 3 weeks. And I was noticing profile views. The CEO will check out my profile. And then what I did at first, I did not connect at first. This is a big guy. He will not respond. There are lots of people sending you connection requests. So I just engaged for like 1 week. Now my face is familiar. Sent a connection request. He's accepted. I did not say, I just said, oh, thanks for connecting. That was all. I did not pitch myself. That was all. I still continued engaging. In 2 weeks, in 2 weeks' time, like when he had gone to my profile, obviously, and seen that, oh, this person is showing up, this person is consistent, then he was now the one that DM'd. I said, oh, hi, Rejoice. I see what you're doing. You are in sales. Then I did not even know the area of sales I was just showing up. I did not exactly have it figured out. That's why I told you, don't sell yourself low. You might not exactly know the exact niche that you are going to serve in, or you want to really offer solutions to at first, but that should not stop you from showing up. It's when you keep working that it gets clearer. Just show up. But whatever you're doing, just be intentional, okay? So that was how we reached out. Okay, you're in sales and everything. Do you have an experience in tech company? Blah blah blah. I'm like, no. Okay, let's go on the call. That was it, guys. No interview. I did not drop a CV anywhere. Nothing. Right there on the call. Just had a conversation. I want you to join my team. I'm like, okay, I don't have any experience. I was honest, right? I don't have any experience in tech sales. They're like, I know that, but I feel like we could train you on this on the job. That's what you should know about international clients most times. Once they can see that your soft skill, but I not say you should not get good though. If you can be good, please train them to be very, very good. It gives you an extra advantage. And my guy, that was how I got into the international market. And since then, I've never turned back. I can never turn back. Oh, no. It's too sweet. It's too sweet. Right? And just like that. So every other opportunity, I've never had to apply to any job on LinkedIn. Never. Every opportunity that comes to me on LinkedIn, they're inbound. They come in. Why? Because my profile is active. I'm consistently showing up. You have no excuse. BSY have been so time consuming. There's been a lot of work that I've been putting up. It would have been easy for me to say, it's a lot of work. I cannot be showing up on LinkedIn. But no, I'm documenting BSY on LinkedIn. LinkedIn page, I'm there. Facebook is there. Everywhere. You have no excuse. You just have to show up, because that's the evidence you can give. You cannot tell people that I'm doing this. What's the proof to show? But if I'm telling anybody about BSY next year, just go online. It's there. Do you get? So that's like the first step. So showing up correctly, show up where your client can find you. If you're entering LinkedIn, because I see that many Nigerians make that mistake a lot. They just end up commenting, engaging. They are everywhere. You don't need to be everywhere. You don't need to be everywhere. Pick few Nigerians. Like that's why I said we are going to do like a LinkedIn consistency challenge. That's one of the after party we are going to be doing, where okay, you grow. So in the community now, starting out on LinkedIn is intimidating. I know it's not easy, right? That's why I want, okay, you have people that you're building together with. Do you understand? So maybe people in your community are the people you would engage with in like Nigerians. You are growing together with them. So LinkedIn doesn't feel lonely. LinkedIn is a lonely place to actually build. It's not easy. I will not lie. It's the heart, strong-hearted that can stay on LinkedIn until they hit it. So that's why I don't want you all to go through that. That's why we are like, okay, let's create a community. Since we already have a community, what if everybody here like launches out on LinkedIn and they support themselves? So you're engaging with your community. You people are everywhere you people want to find clients from. You're in Canadians, people's comments. You are in Australia. You are, stuff like that. But you still have like a community of Nigerians. So that when they visit your profile, they see that you have engagement. It still boosts your credibility. So that is one. Okay, so I talked about two things actually. I said show up where your clients can find you and document your journey. Please document and have audacity. Don't think you are not enough. Don't think what you have is not enough. Guys, none of us woke up one morning and figured it out all of a sudden. No. If I check my LinkedIn profile, like I think I have a screenshot of my first LinkedIn, first week of my LinkedIn profile or something. If I see the headline now, I might carry gun and shoot myself. What was that? What was that? But you needed to start somewhere, right? You need to start somewhere, basically. So don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. The way you carry yourself is actually the way clients are going to see you. I do not even tell you people the part where I even negotiated my salary with that Indian brand I had hired, said they wanted to hire me. I did not ask skill. I told him I'm not skilled in that area. He said he proposed a particular salary. Me rejoice saying I know. I doubled it. Whoa. I did. What's the worst that could happen? And guess what? The next morning, I was like, okay, let me discuss with my team. So like, boy, I was like, why do? I was like, I don't know. I believe I am very confident in myself. I know I can learn on the job. I am very resilient and I can pick up really fast. And I know I'm going to really bring a lot of value to your company. See, that confidence, they will be scared to lose you. Yes. And the next morning, he said, oh, we are going with it. Guys, have audacity. Okay, I hope I'm boosting somebody's mind. Please, I hope you all can hear me, Sha. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Tell me to write down or I should stop. Can you hear me? Let me know before I move. Okay. Hope you guys are here. Hey. Tell me to write down if you can hear me. Or should I continue? I'm waiting. Okay, somebody said I should write down. One more person. Okay, write down. Thank you. So that's what I wanted to say. I hope this thing will boost somebody's confidence, basically. So please, Ejo, you cannot be a part of this big event, BSY, and come and tell me that you have low self-esteem. Like never. Cannot be here. Okay, that is one. The next thing I want to talk about is focus on your journey. Guys, I'll say this again. LinkedIn is not easy. LinkedIn that made me cry. Okay. Focus on your journey, right? LinkedIn is very intimidating. So most times many of you that will start building together now, I want this thing to shape your mindset. Many of you will start off with the 21 days consent challenge. I've not even prepared that, but I will do that this night. Some persons would have really fast growth. Some persons would hit 1K in 2 weeks. Some persons would hit 1K in 1 month, and you will just be stuck at 500 or something. Please focus on your journey. Okay, that doesn't reduce your impact. Please focus on. When I mean focus on your journey, don't be carried away by the figures. As long as you are showing up correctly, consistently. Now, when I say consistently, I don't mean showing up every day. If you cannot show up every day, please go at a pace you can follow. If it's 3 times a week, you can show up. Stay on 3 times a week. Start with a pace that you can follow. Just be consistent with that pace. Don't start out, boom, I want to be posting Monday to Sunday. LinkedIn, they will see me in my hand this time. You will burn out. It's LinkedIn. It's you that you will see me in LinkedIn's hand. I'm not even joking. Yeah? LinkedIn will finish you. So please Don't be pressured. If you can, if you know you have so much hunger, why not? Go, 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 go. But please go at a pace that you can follow. 2 times weekly, 3 times weekly is better than not showing up at all, right? So focus on your journey. Don't be carried away by the numbers. It's not about number. I just have like I'm entering 6K followers. Hey, I'm entering 6K followers very soon. But see, the kind of results I've gotten on LinkedIn, hey, I don't know, but I've had conversations with people that have like maybe 10K or something, and you get, so it's not even by the number. It's not exactly by the number per se. So if you are showing up correctly, opportunities go, they rush you. They rush you basically. So just show up correctly, show up in places you want to, show up well too, and brand yourself. Make sure that before you start going to those places to show up, those clients that you want to, make sure that your profile looks the part, look the way you want to, look like the opportunities you want to attract basically. If you go to my LinkedIn, you cannot believe that it's a small girl now that is talking to you. You cannot even believe that. It cannot come to your head. Okay, right? So show up. I'm not saying you should fake anything, but yeah, become that person, right? Show up. Even your confidence will boost. So focus on your journey. One thing again is algorithm. I'll tell people about algorithm. There's something called LinkedIn impressions. So at first, when people start posting, impressions is like how many people that see your post. LinkedIn will show you your analytics. So you can be having 1,000 impressions. Say, 1,000 people, I see my post every day. I post. One day, LinkedIn will shock you. You'll see 200. Yeah. You'll be like, LinkedIn, you will post, you will re-strategize, you will write your content again, you will carry it to ChatGPT, Gemini, everywhere to change the content. Is it content? The algorithm will stay where it is. Now, that will not start getting to you. That's why I said focus, focus, focus. Don't be so focused on the vanity metrics. Of course, it's beautiful, it's good to have followers, it's good, but that should not be like your core goal. Do you understand? So focus. Don't let that get to you. I want now to tell people about metrics. My what's it called? Your impression. This is what I do. Some persons think I have huge impressions on LinkedIn. It's a lie. I'll tell you the truth. But do you know why? Do you know the important thing? You can have 6,000 impressions, and none of those people are your target audience. I can have just 500 people see my post, but they are the right people. Please, which one is more impactful? Let me give, for example, people just look at impressions. They don't study the analytics. I sleep on my analytics. You can influence. You people already know what analytics means. When you go on LinkedIn, every post they'll give you analytics. The people that viewed your post, the roles of people that viewed it, whether they are CEOs, whether they are founders, whether they are graphic designers, the country where they viewed from, the industry that they are in, and the level they are in, whether they are CEO, whether they are entry level, senior, VPs, that kind of a thing. Now, when I started training in tech sales newly, when I started training tech, I influenced my analytics. How? Because I engaged more, I focused more on my analytics. Because I engaged more in a particular location, I needed my analytics to change over time to that location. So when I now make posts, I make posts now. If I show you my LinkedIn impression, my LinkedIn impression is showing posts from tech, IT consulting, technology information, and technology information and internet. Is that what? I think there are 3 things, but tech, IT and IT consulting, then maybe business consulting and all of those things. Then the roles of people that view my profile or my content are founders, CEOs. You will not catch graphic designers. Graphic designer view, but I mean more of people that view it. Founders, why? These are the people I want to be seeing my content. Whether they are 200, as long as they are the right people. Do you understand? But if I check some of you, okay, I've been training lots of trailblazers. If I check some person's analytics now, I'll be seeing Asaba. What's it called? Your location of your impression. Now you have 6,000 impressions, but I'll be seeing Asaba, Enugu, Port Harcourt, and you want to get clients from US. Please, how now? How? And you want to get clients from tech, but I'm seeing business consulting, fashion, all of these things. No. So instead of focusing on impression, focus on your analytics. That is what you should be looking at. If I have 200 people see my post every day, is enough. 200 right people is enough. LinkedIn is a lot. You'll be carried away with impressions. You'll be so carried away with that. Focus on your analytics. And how can you influence your analytics? Through where you engage. Through where over time, it will change over time. We don't say you engage for 2 weeks, it will just automatically change over time. Now it's as if my LinkedIn algorithm have already like understood that I am a tech person. So it shows my to the tech industry. So even though I want to leave the job I'm doing today and I want to land another tech role, right? It will be easy because people that are seeing it are even tech people, tech CEOs, tech founders. You get big companies, seniors, founder, that kind of a thing. So instead of that, focus on the things that matter. LinkedIn is not an overnight success stuff. It took me a lot of time. I went on breaks a lot of times on LinkedIn, right? But because I wasn't carried away by numbers, I kept coming back. People say when you take a break on LinkedIn, it's hard for you to come back. No, it's not for me. Until you finish packing all the dollars on that platform, you're not going anywhere. So, but like that's what I mean. So focus on your journey, please. When you people what's it called, when you start this commitment, when this challenge, and please, I want to, why am I begging you, sir? But please, I'm begging actually, because you owe me. Like, your success is what I want to see. BSY is not paying any of the teams that built it, didn't pay any of us, but what we just want to know is that we see you thriving tomorrow on LinkedIn. You're happy, you can smile again, you found hope again, found direction again, right? All of those things is what is going to give us so much joy and fulfillment. So please, this 21 days LinkedIn consistency challenge we want to hold, please put your mind to it. Put your mind to it. Show up consistently for that 21 days. If you can, you will not go back. It will be easy for you to that carry on your own. The reason why I brought it up is because going on LinkedIn just by yourself is not easy. You can start the first week, second week. In as much as I say be consistent, be hungry, we are still human beings. It's not easy. But when you have like a community that supports you, I cannot slack today. Bridget posted. Yeah, are you joking? You get. So please be consistent. Follow up with that. Okay, I think that's all. Then I talked about comments. Comments, very important. So like Okechi said, turn your LinkedIn to your 9 to 5. If you don't have a job, LinkedIn is a place to be. From a friend to a friend, from a girl to a girl, from a sister to a brother, whoever it is that is watching, LinkedIn is a place to be. You'll be exposed to opportunities you never knew that were possible. BSY was able to be like this big because I was on LinkedIn. Of course, the grace of God first. The grace of God first. But like, yes, because I had a LinkedIn, I reached out to some of these speakers that are big. We did not offer any honorarium. And I could say yes, but when they go to LinkedIn profile, oh, okay, I could say yes to this person, right? So when you build a profile, build your personal brand, especially on LinkedIn, right? Build on LinkedIn, very, very important. So this is what I just said I was going to share with you all today. I hope I've been able to really, really impact somebody. Or okay, somebody said you have a question. Please drop your question. Oluwani Solar Comfort. Please, what's your question? Write it down in the comment. Please, guys, I'll take 5 questions and then we would move to the after party. So I'll give people time to go and wear your Christmas clothes, put on your beautiful wigs, come for our after party. So we can celebrate. BSI was a huge success. I'm so grateful. A lot has happened behind the scenes. You have no idea, but we kept going. I want to give a huge shout out to my team. You guys are the absolute best. You guys are a joy to work with. BSI wouldn't have been completely this beautiful without you guys. I value you all. I see you all, and I'm deeply rooting for you all. And also to my audience as well. Thank you all so much. Any questions for me? Okay, if you don't have any question, type BSY again. Let's trend BSY for the last time. And let's close. I want to be sure you guys heard me. I want to be sure you got something. Or you can write something that stood out for you in today's section. What is one word you cannot forget today? Put it out in the comment. Let me be sure you all were following. Yes, BSY 2025, God's vision. Esther, I see you. Okay, Winnie, I see you. Ngozi, Bridget, I see you. Thank you. Ruth, I see you. Deborah, I see you. Efe, Daniel, I see you as well. Lizzie Dent, I see you. Precious, I see you. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, if you've listened to this part, we'll be wrapping up soon and you've not subscribed, you're wrong. Please subscribe to this channel. If BSI have been a blessing to you in any way, right? Please subscribe. That's the least you could do. Subscribe, like this video so it's more discoverable to other people, and also share as well to your friends, your family, your enemies. That ex-corper, share to everybody you know needs BSI. So this video will be up for some days. And so, are we good to go? So I'm ending the session now. Thank you all so much for coming to BSY2025. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm the most excited right now because I feel so relieved. Thank you all so much for coming to BSY2025. God has been amazing. So today, even after the after party, take a moment to tell God thank you for this initiative. I'm really, really grateful to God. All glory to Him. Thank God for everything. And to your continued success, rejoice. Bye, guys. And